Hi, my name is Megan Rohal. I am a level 2 executive consultant, and I wanted to take a few minutes tonight to share with you some tips on recruiting business partners to your Rodan & Fields team. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I hope everybody has enjoyed their weekend, and at the moment you aren't too steeped in the Sunday night blues. I hope that the tips I share with you, you find them helpful and informative. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions or need clarification on things. But with that, I just want to get started. When it comes to Rodan & Fields, there's been a lot of catchphrases that have kind of been used when it comes to recruiting. And I can remember one that I heard early on when I first became a consultant about 2 years ago. And I can remember kind of having a little bit of an issue with it, to be honest, because I did have that moment the morning after I ordered my business kit and was officially signed on as a consultant. You know, everybody has that feeling that morning after you wake up and you go, oh my gosh, what did I do? So I can remember hearing it early on thinking, people aren't going to do this because that's too scary. And the phrase that I remember hearing was, say yes now, figure it out later. And now, almost 2 years in, it makes so much sense. But I think that one of the things that we have to remember when we use that phrase is that when we say figure it out later, it's not for them to figure it out. That can be really overwhelming. It's that we have this amazing support system and this amazing team of consultants and upline and sideline partners and all that who really want to help you figure it out. So that is one of the things that I really lean on when I'm talking to potential business partners. I really just talk up the concept of the sense of community that this team has, and that Rodan & Fields really stands for. I still find it amazing that you will find consultants who are in no way whatsoever connected to you or your team or your success, and they are willing to bend over backwards to help you be as successful as you can be. So I do like that phrase, but I also really like to drive it home that the figure it out later part comes from all of us as a collective group. And it's that idea of you're in business by yourself or for yourself, but never by yourself. Excuse me. It's been a long weekend. So that's why I'm here today. I want to share a couple of tips with you. And I'm sure it's going to be a big no-no, but I'm going for it anyways. I want to talk about one of the most prominent tools that we have at our fingertips as a Rodan & Fields consultant every single day, and that is Facebook. I love Facebook. I'm not talking about Facebook in terms of using the private messenger to hide behind and send out those mass spammy messages to prospects and people that you hope you'll just say the right thing to and they'll come jumping. No. I don't mean that at all. What I've started doing over the past year or so, and it's been kind of hard because I've been transitioning from, in the last 2 years, no babies to 1 baby to 2 babies. And I'm just now, I feel like I'm standing on solid ground now. But one of the things that I have been doing, and it was scary to start doing it at first because I kind of thought I have no business doing this. I have no idea what I'm doing. But it's the idea of branding yourself. And what does that mean? That means that you are putting out there to the people who are your audience, essentially, what you want them, how you want them to see you. And I don't mean in any way being inauthentic. This all has to come from a genuine place. It means the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. It's the idea that people are going to see your posts and not just the Rodan & Fields ones. Actually, if you can help it, the less Rodan & Fields posts, the better. But just showcasing your life and yourself and what kind of brand you want to put out there, because we're already representing the Rodan & Fields brand, and that's pretty exciting. But we've got this number one standing now with being the #1 skincare brand in the country. You know the deal. That made our job a whole lot easier. So we've got that to lean on, essentially. But then there's the personal part of it. There's the part that is wanting people to see you and say to themselves, you know what? She or he is really living their best life. And whatever they're doing, I want to do. She seems happy. She seems chaotic, but it's a good chaos. Whatever you're trying to like put out there, be authentic, be genuine. And that can be really hard. And I'll touch on that in a minute. But that's one of the things that I've been doing. I recently had a business partner sign on with me, and she told me that her lifelong friend, like back to like when she was a little girl, is also an RNF consultant. And she said I could sign with her, but I wanted to go with the person who markets themselves better. That was me, apparently. And that's really exciting. And that was like a huge aha moment, because I kind of went, oh, okay, like people are watching. And I can remember Karen Lombardi telling me a long time ago, people are watching. Just remember that people are watching, and they might not comment and they might not like, but people are watching. The more posts that you can put up that have less to do with RNF, the more likely you are to get a sense of who's watching. Who's going to like those pictures of your adorable little kids? Who's going to click like on those pictures of your dogs? Who's going to click like on that trip that you went on with your husband? You know, whatever it is. Just keep that in mind. I remember very, very early on also wanting to sound like my leader. And that was something that was a huge hang up for me for a long time. I can remember saying to myself, well, okay, she's successful. I better say what the successful person says. But that's one of the things about this business that is so big to remember, is that we each as consultants provide our own personal touch to the business. While, of course, being compliant all the time, we provide our own personal touch. So what I mean by that is if you're utilizing Facebook to get your brand out there to your audience, these are people that know you. They know you probably better than you know yourself, especially if your mom is your Facebook friend. But what can happen there is if you see a post that somebody in your upline, somebody that's been, at it longer than you have, if you see a post that they put up and you really like what they say and you went, wow, like that speaks to me, so that's for sure going to speak to my audience, you're going to copy and paste or maybe change a word or two and put that post up. And your friends, people who know you, they're going to be like, that doesn't sound like her. So the biggest piece of advice that I can offer is to be genuine. And it sounds easy enough, but we get so caught up in trying to model ourselves after our upline, which is a good thing because they are the people who are successful. But those people who know us the best can tell when we aren't being ourselves. So that's really kind of the biggest piece that I want to leave you guys with. And I'm not saying in any way that like Facebook is going to build your business. I don't mean that. But what I do mean to get across is that Facebook is a really huge tool. And maybe you're better with Instagram. I'm terrible with Instagram. I forget I even have it sometimes. So however you can reach your audience by using social media, I urge you to do it, and I urge you to find a way that's going to put you out there, not just the RNF brand part of it, because that's done basically by our Euromonitor ranking. I'm not saying forget about it, but that's done. How do you want to put yourself out there? How do you want people to see you? Are you the person who's complaining a lot on Facebook? Are you the person who is posting negativity? Are you the person who's posting political crap all the time? I've had to take a huge step back from that because my brain might explode, but also because people we want to all pretend that all of this isn't happening. Not all of us, but So if you're that person that people are going to see your post and go, oh, here we go again. It may be genuine, but it also may not be necessarily what you want people to think that you are about and what you want people to know you are about. This tool of Facebook is an excellent window into so many aspects of our lives. And I would just urge you to keep that window clean so that people can see inside, and they can see inside of every single different aspect of your life that that you're willing to share, obviously. But so that's really it. Again, don't hide behind Facebook, but use it as a tool. Remember that RNF should shape you and not define you. If people see your post pop up and it's RNF again and again and again and again, you're going to feel defined by it. So I'm so afraid that my memory is going to cut me off here. So I'm going to say goodbye. I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Like I said, please feel free to leave comments or questions. Tell me how I did. I don't even know what I'm doing. But anyways, have a great week. Hopefully warmer weather will be coming back around. This rain has got to go. And so do I. Bye.